Hey guys, OgreBarberian here, back for another in-depth look, this time Aquaman, King of Atlantis. Now, to start off, Aquaman has a mixed tank gear set, which gives him plus 47 speed and almost 10,000 health. So he does have a good chunk of health and quite a lot of speed, and I believe he caps out at 123, same as Cheetah at gear 11. So definitely worthwhile there. Let's go ahead and take a look at his abilities. We've got Might of the Ocean. Damage an enemy, gain 3 mend, or apply 3 bleeds. It seems to be about even, 50-50 chance, depending on which one it is. And then gain 50% turn meter if target is bleeding and Aquaman is mending. Now, this, coupled with a few other things that you'll see throughout the video, can allow him to take turn after turn after turn. He gets really, really crazy with how fast he is in addition to that. So, definitely a worthwhile upgrade. Probably take it second. And then I Am Your King. Apply crit immunity and gain 16% turn meter. The team. Apply 3 death immunity on self if mending. Now, the death immunity might save you there, might not, but it's a worthwhile, ability to upgrade eventually, because it just gives the turn meter up throughout the whole thing. So getting that extra turn meter is definitely worthwhile. 16% may not seem like a lot, but it does add up. And then the upgrade for this, use Might of the Ocean afterward if mending. Now, this doesn't require your opponents are bleeding. It just says that if Aquaman is mending and you use I Am Your King, he'll also use Might of the Ocean and get in a free basic attack. So, worthwhile upgrade. Probably go with this third. And then we have Trident of Poseidon. Damage to an enemy. 50% damage if the target is bleeding. Apply 4 bleeds if the target is not bleeding. And then the legendary upgrade for this, stun the target if 3 bleeds on the target. And this checks after he applies his bleeds. So if there are 0 bleeds on the target, it will apply the 4 bleeds and then stun the target. If there is less than 3, he'll do the extra damage, but he won't get the stun. So keep that in mind. This is probably your first upgrade. It's just really, really good. So, and then we have Maelstrom. Damage and special damage to enemy team, only usable if mend on self and bleed on enemy team. Now, this may seem tricky to get this off, but on a dedicated bleed team, you're going to have bleeds on the enemies. All you have to worry about is getting the mends on him, and there are ways to cheat that as well with Mara or other people. So you can definitely get this off. It doesn't do a ton of damage, unfortunately, so you're not going to use it a lot, even if you do have it up. And the upgrade for this is 40% turn meter down to the enemy team. May seem really cool to AoE turn meter down 40%, but again, you're just not going to use it all that often, so this is probably your last upgrade that you're going to get. Wouldn't take it early, that's for sure. And then his leadership ability, apply crit immunity to the team at the start of battle, and the team gains 21% resistance. This reduces the damage of special damage. Characters like Zatanna or Etrigan, who's the big one right now. And then the legendary for this is crit immunity duration +1. So this would make it last for 2 turns, so it's definitely worthwhile. As probably your 4th upgrade. Used to be your first upgrade because it used to be the crit meta, but nowadays I would say take this as your 4th upgrade. You definitely don't need it early. I think his other abilities are better overall. So if you're going to go for L4, leave off Maelstrom. If you're going to go for L3, leave off his leadership also. Let's go ahead and take a look at some team comps real quick. And of course, the first one I have for you is the standard bleed team that I run. This is my atypical go-to team if I don't really know what I'm doing against an opponent, or if I don't care if I'm just messing around, or if I just need a generic team that can take on pretty much any comer. This is the team that I turn to a lot. I do change out who's the leader at times, whether it's Aquaman or Cheetah or Red Hood, but they all do their job. They all do it well. Deal with Power Girls. You have Cheetah use her Blood in the Air. You have Aquaman Stunner, and then you have Red Hood Purger, and then you've dealt with the Power Girl. And then next turn, Cheetah Ravagers her, and she's dead. So, very good at dealing with some troublesome characters. And then Lobo's there just to protect everybody. So And then you got Red Hood deal with Deathstroke and Jessica Cruz if we need to. Second team combo I got for you is the full stun comp. Aquaman, Killer Frost, Superboy, and Catwoman. And again, this is just the stun comp. Helps enable Killer Frost. Aquaman's got a fairly low cooldown on his stun. Killer Frost will have a really low cooldown on hers when everybody else is stunning as well. And then Superboy's True Sight is handy, so get in there. And then Catwoman can go visible, protect herself a little bit. And then Aquaman and Killer Frost will heal themselves often enough to stay alive. So, and then obviously, if you have access to Grodd is probably going to replace probably Superboy and probably be the leader in this case as well if you're going to go for the full stun team. So, and the last team I got for you, the uber tanky, we're not going to die and be really annoying. Assault Warsuit Lex Luthor as your lead, Aquaman King of Atlantis, Penguin, and Clayface. And the idea with this team is that everybody buffs up Lex Luthor to give them shields. Clayface is really hard to take down. Everybody's going to be really hard to take down with all those agility ups. And then Penguin also grants shields as well, along with his resistance ups, or not resistance, affinity resistance ups. And then Aquaman can give them all crit immunity, so they're going to have shields and just massive health pools and just be really, really hard to take down. So overall, I really like the tanking of this team. They may not deal a ton of damage, but Aquaman's bleeds will help out a lot. The speed downs from Clayface, the purges from Lex, and then Penguin's crit damage down. Like, your guys aren't going to die. So, as long as you protect your Aquaman, you can get your bleeds in there and get it done pretty quickly, I think. So, but that's all I've got for you today. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe. As always, enjoy and grind on.